Hey brothers and sisters, so I want to make a quick video today. There might be a little bit of background noise here because my grandson's here. He's playing with his monster trucks and he's watching Monster Jam on TV. So, but the Lord's been working with me on something, and it is setting me free, and I want to share it with you guys because I think some of you may need this to be set free as well. So I'm going to start by giving scripture, Hebrews 11:16, which basically says that without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he is the rewarder of those who diligently seek him. So I'm going to give a little bit of testimony here, because the last probably 5 months, actually since September, end of September, have been kind of difficult for me. I've had some ups and downs with things. I got COVID at the end of September, and then I was exposed to COVID again at the end of December. But about a week before I was exposed to it at the end of December, I actually started having phantom smells and tastes. Burnt rubber, chemicals. It got to the point where everything that I ate tasted bad. Everything I smelled tasted bad. I couldn't, like, my toothpaste was hard for me to brush my teeth. I had to use coconut oil and baking soda just to try to brush my teeth. It was bad. And this continued to increase. It was getting to the point where the smells that I was smelling, these phantom smells, or if I would open something and smell something, it would... If I would open something and smell a container or something, or be eating something, like, it literally would make me sick and nauseous. So this was increasing. It was getting worse. And I found myself complaining a lot about it. I found myself complaining an awful lot to my husband, to my parents, to my daughter, anyone who would listen. I was like, this smell is terrible. This taste is terrible. Like, water smelled to me. So I struggled with washing my hands. The hot water smelled. It was like the laundry, anything that was supposed to smell clean smelled putrid and rancid. But this continued on and continued on, and I was struggling with this, and I was like, I'm struggling to get through my day. I'm struggling with what I'm eating. Go play, buddy. Play with your stuff. So I was struggling to get through my day with all of this stuff that was going on. And I noticed that, like, the way I was looking at things started to change. I was looking for groups. Like, not only was I having problems with smell, but then I was losing hair. My hair was coming out in bunches and clumps. My hair was coming out. When I washed it, it was all over my hands. I was like, this is not good. And so, of course, there was another thing that I was complaining about. I was getting really upset, like, that you see through my hair, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to cut my hair off. It's getting that bad. I started searching out groups online and started finding all of these people all these women especially, that were losing their hair, that were struggling with the same smells that I was, the same taste that I was, trying this, trying that, tried this therapy, that therapy, and I was trying all these different things, and nothing was working. Nothing was working. In fact, it was getting worse. So a couple weeks ago, I decided, I'm gonna try to have just a better attitude about it. And I did for a day or two, but then I was right back to when I couldn't eat anything that day. When the smells that I was smelling, which were crazy on the spectrum, I couldn't eat, like, laundry soap was horrible to me. So it was hard for me to wash dishes. It was hard for me to change my laundry. If my husband would come out of the bathroom after the shower, like, I couldn't stand the smell between the water and the soap coming out of the bathroom. So I tried to make a better attitude about this, but nope, I went right back into complaining about things. So about 5 days ago, the Lord really began to deal with me on this scripture from Hebrews 11:16, that without faith it is impossible to please the Lord. So I started focusing on that scripture, and I said to myself, I am done focusing on the negative. I'm going to really try to focus on the positive. And the Lord began showing me that if you want healing, if you want me to move in your life, you have to have the faith that I'm going to do it. If you don't have faith, it's not going to happen. So I started looking at it as, these are my promises. The Lord promised to never leave me, forsake me. The Lord promised that by his stripes I am healed. The Lord promised that he paid the death, the penalties, the sins, the diseases. He paid them all on the cross. So when I started focusing on that and saying, because my process was, Lord, I know you're going to heal me. Lord, I know you've got this. Lord, I know you're going to take care of this. But the Lord said, that's not the attitude I want you to have. So what is the attitude you want me to have, Lord? I'm trying to live by your scripture. I'm trying to live by your words. What is the attitude I'm supposed to have? And he said, I want you to walk in it. Walk in it as it's already done. Receive it, walk in it. Walk in it by faith. And so that's what I've been doing the last few days, walking in it. When I wash my hands, and if my nose starts to smell something, I say, this is not my portion. This is not my portion. Smell it again, Susan. It's not your portion. And then next thing I know, that putrid smell is not there. And I don't smell anything because it's water. I shouldn't smell anything. Or I say, smell it again, and it doesn't smell like burnt rubber anymore. It smells like soap. So I'm having to change the way that I look at things. I'm having to change the way that I think. And instead of saying, I know you're going to do this, God, your word says you're going to do it. I know you're going to do it. I'm saying it's already done. It's finished. Jesus said it's finished when he died on the cross. He said, it is finished. Now I'm going to walk in it. So I've noticed the last few days, everything is changing for me. Everything is changing for me. I went from my days being absolutely miserable and me being sick throughout the day and struggling to now my days, it's not bothering me anymore. Or there were some days where I was having so many problems, like my tongue was numb. It was numb, it hurt, it was swollen from all of the things that were going on. And instead of casting down those thoughts and coming into agreement with it, which was what I was doing by saying, here I am, I'm in it, Lord, I'm waiting for you to come and do something about it. Instead, I had to change the way I looked at it, and I had to say, nope, that's not what's going to happen. It's already done. I just need to walk in it. The Lord's already done it. Now I need to receive it and walk in it. So I want to share this with you guys today because this is powerful. If you're struggling and going through something, you need to walk in the Lord's finished work. Walk in what he's already done. Don't look at it as, Lord, I know when you're ready, and if it's your will, you'll do this and do that for me. No, that's the lesson that I've learned. It's not if it's your will, because I have children and grandchildren, and my will is always for them to have the best health. My will is for them to not suffer. Although we know, there's going to be times we're going to be called to suffer. The Lord isn't going to allow us in a situation any longer than we need to be in a situation. Sometimes things are allowed for us to learn. And this was a very powerful lesson for me, to walk in the finished work of the cross, not look for it down the road. Walk in it, stand in it. So I want to share this with you guys because if you're struggling with something, if there is something that you need to overcome, you need to look at it and receive it as if it's already done. The Lord already paid the price. He already set the captives free. We're free. We just need to learn to walk in that freedom now. So I pray and I hope that this helps you and blesses you with whatever you're going through today. God bless you all. I love you guys.